Uh, the
J&J.
J&J.
That
No,
could
it's
work.
gotta be a funny name. What's
Justin Jenkins.
Justin Janker?
Justin The Junky Janker podcast.
Junky Janker. Okay, yeah, Junky Janker is definitely the name. Okay,
We actually gonna go with it.
yeah, we're dealing with it. Okay,
Like, we're going with Junky Janker.
yes, we are, and by the way, I'm recording by that right now.
Why are we doing?
Okay, I know.
We can't
Okay,
do anything. We can't.
no, okay.
You like it? Be a good one.
Should the U.S. government pay reparations for slavery? What do you think?
You know, this is like this is one of those things where if you were to do it, you would need to get it right the first time. Um, it's I think they do deserve reparations, but not in the way you would think. I think they deserve reparations in a form of, in a way, non-refundable, I guess. Not really non-refundable, but in non-payment ways, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
don't
think so
think
too.
I don't think we should just pay them straight up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
personally, we are already in a huge debt.
So much debt, like crazy amounts. Like what's it
As
got?
of
Like
October
something like
2022,
something
it
crazy.
costs 718 billion to maintain the debt, which on top of that, the national debt has increased every year in the past 10 years. So we are
Yeah.
slowly going in more
It
debt.
also would be pretty hard to determine who deserves reparations. Like
You're right.
it would it
So that's why.
because the descendants of slavery. I mean, there's so many different. There's a lot of people in the world. It's hard to know who
Mhm.
who 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 is the right person to give it to, and how much they would deserve as well. Because you can't just give all the if you were to do payment reparations, you can't give all the money to just one person. You have to split it up to, I mean, evenly, because there's no one that is alive that deserves more. Because I mean, it's slavery ended a long time ago,
Mhm.
right?
No one's still alive.
Yeah. So it's just the descendants, and the descendants didn't. I mean, of course, there's some like racism today that deserves more reparations, but from just slavery itself, there's no one that's alive that still is affected by slavery.
Mhm. So that's why I say we handle this by just giving reparations to everyone, as in like all black Americans, because the reparation I'm thinking of that that would most benefit them would be something involving their community. Like, I say we don't target straight go for money. I know the statistics say white families make significantly more than black families, over twice as many, according to
Mm-hmm.
the United States Census Bureau. But I feel like getting them to college, giving them more opportunities, is better in the long run than just a couple $1,000s to just hold them off, I guess. You know?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think so. I think so as well. Um, yeah, yeah. Is there any other ways of paying reparations that would affect the world today?
um, affect the world as in how?
I mean, what I meant by that is just is there any like ways that instead of payment reparation?
Um, yeah. I feel like, well, we can look at Fresno. Look at zip code 93705. Let's take 93705 and 93711. And
Mm-hmm.
you look at 93705, most of it is uh, below the railroad. which is um, known to be the poor side of Fresno, I guess. And everything above the railroad is just in much better condition. In other
Yeah.
words,
Like
there are.
visually as well. Like you will go down the roads up there, or go up the roads up there, and visually it will be more appealing to see. That
Mhm.
while down in southern Fresno, there's going to be a lot of more homeless, all that.
And there are shockingly only 2 parks in 93705 zip code. And honestly, 93705 is a very large zip code. It covers, I think it's the third largest zip code in Fresno, and 93711 has, I think, over 20 parks. When you think
Mm-hmm.
about that, I just feel like kids in poorer neighborhoods are have much less options to
Yeah,
do things.
20 parks. That's a lot of parks. Yeah, there should definitely be. I mean, of
Should
course,
be.
payment it would make it a lot harder. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's just not fair to the people that live in South Fresno because there's not as much option. There's not
Yeah.
like there's more grocery stores above Shaw in Fresno, and there's less, and there's more liquor stores below, which makes it
Hmm.
harder to find like groceries, like
Essential
of
need.
course essential needs, and it could make it very difficult to live.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, is there any other ways that are needed or wanted? Like what I mean by that is of reparations, um, like instead of want reparations, like let's say, uh, I don't know how to explain that. Okay, never mind. Okay, are there things relating to slavery in need of reparations? Just anything that's related to like racism, all that.
Um, Racism is a big one. Um,
What's
yeah,
the
it's just
components of racism?
housing, um, on jobs, opportunities. Many things contribute to racism, and
Yeah.
it's horribly unfair. But um, trying to word this right. I um, I really feel like if they were given the chances, if Black Americans were given much more chances, like in college or better neighborhoods, they would succeed.
They
They
would. They
would
would.
they if they had the same opportunities as the white man had, they would succeed.
Yeah. Because it's you'll find a lot more Black Americans in the South side of Fresno where it's harder to live, all that, and then you'll find more white and in the North.
Hmm.
So it does make the North a lot. Um, it makes it I don't know. It just makes it better living standards. And it's hard for African Americans to get they like where they want to live because of the GI, right? Um,
Yeah.
because they're forced into the South Side by just the racism.
Hmm.
What could help calm the situation? Wait, that doesn't. What what should we stay away from? What should we stay?
What
Oh
should
no
we
no no.
stay away from?
Yeah.
So, I mean, as I stated earlier, I think we should definitely stay away from
Or
payment
not
reparations.
stay away. Yeah, stay away. Yeah, I guess I was gonna change. Yeah, but yeah, we should stay
But
away from. Yeah, that. I don't know how to
I
describe it.
mean, we are in a debt. Firstly, I'm not gonna use that as our only excuse, but we are in a debt, and I just feel like payment reparations in the wrong hands could be horrible.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
horrible,
You need to
but
be
just not a
responsible with who to
good
give it
idea.
to.
And it's just not the smartest to give people like a couple thousand when they could be given a tuition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. What other forms of reparations could be? What other forms of reparations could be used? Do we already go over that? Yeah, we already went over that. Would people use these forms of reparations? Do you think the government would use the forms of like not just paying reparations, but do you think the government would use just all kinds
That
of reparations?
idea.
You cut out.
Um, I think the government. So I feel like they have a lot to worry about right now, as in what happened when this speaker brought up to um, the Supreme Court to talk about reparations for Black Americans for slavery, and he got turned down due to much bigger problems currently, like Ukraine
Yeah.
and things that genuinely affect the U.S. currently. And I feel like they would definitely address it or do something about it when they are much less stressed.
Yeah.
They have a lot to worry
We
about currently.
definitely the Russia and Ukraine thing. That's huge. Like people. Oh my God, that's hard to think about. Yeah. Um. We got a whole war going on while we're thinking of paying reparations. We can't do that yet. We have to get everything
We still need to
situated.
pay
Yeah.
for the war too.
Yeah, we have a lot. There's a lot of bigger problems. I mean, of course, reparations are a problem, but they're not like something that is.
It's not
It,
something that needs to be addressed right now.
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Yes, it's not very important at the moment, but it could be. It needs to be addressed later, but just not at the moment because there's more
So
problems.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with my idea that the reparations should go to their community, to communities?
Yes. I think it should go to communities, not just self, but you have to give it to communities that are
In
responsible and
need.
that will do the right thing with the reparations
Mhm.
instead of
And
yeah.
that leads me to my next question. Um, what was I going to say? I'm dumb. Uh, where would we target it? Like, would we
Yeah.
go for like low income areas in California or
I think so.
places,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Definitely,
places
but
in
below Shaw would
Ohio?
be Ohio. Below Shaw would definitely be a big one, right? Because that's where the most unfairness is happening in Fresno. We're just
But
gonna keep it
remember,
Fresno, but yeah,
we aren't just talking about Fresno.
yeah.
This is you in
It's
United
the United
States.
States, but yeah, definitely,
A
yeah,
lot.
that's
Think
true.
about it.
Definitely low income places and places that are responsible with doing the right thing with the money. If we're
Mhm.
doing like payment reparations, if we're doing non-payment reparations, and just like um just uh, like protests, I don't know. I feel like in the bigger the it needs to be heard, right? Because reparations just can't stay undetected, right?
Yeah.
They can't. They need to. It needs to be heard so someone could do something about it, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to explain it further, but they need to go into like some populated place, but not do a peaceful protest there. Not like,
Yeah.
yeah, peaceful, definitely. Does w- um does reparations benefit the U.S.?
Um, I personally think the U.S. will suffer from it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
If depending on how much the United States is willing to pay for the reparations, I feel like they are going to be in a lot of debt for a while. But once the children or communities that they impact finally take a toll, they start going to college, they start making a lot of more money, they start developing our uh, uh,
Yeah, the domino effect. Yeah.
economy much more. The more smarter people, the more people who are willing to make money will make the United States money, and eventually, honestly, I think it'll benefit them. But I
Yeah.
don't think it will at first. I think the United States is going to think it was a horrible idea at first, just due to the statistics that are going to be given. But I feel like it will benefit the United States in the long run, yes.
Yeah. I think so too. It will definitely benefit in the long term because yeah, if yeah, okay. Could could reparations be better for the community but worse for the U.S. or the opposite?
So, um, better for the community but worse for the United States. I guess I'm trying to think maybe like I don't think so. I feel like if it benefits a community, it benefits the United States.
Well, uh, what was I gonna say? I'm trying to think of what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. I had something to say about that, but I just forgot. Oh well, okay. I can't think of it, but yeah. All right, should we end it there? It's 5:18.
Um,
It's exactly 18 minutes.
let's conclude here.
Let's conclude.
All right, so what's your overall take?
I think that that reparations could be better for the U.S. in the long term, but worse in the short term. And to pay the reparations, it needs to, people. I mean, obviously they want payment reparations.
Mhm.
It's things to do with money, and maybe in oh, you should replug your mic.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. And yeah, and focus on the low income. Focus on the low income places.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
What
My
is your?
take. My take. Um, reparations do need to be addressed. Reparations do need to be given out. Not payment reparations, but payment as in the form of long run, in other words. Like, I want, if I had to make the decision, I would pay for, um, honestly, like college programs, like more opportunities for children to make more money, get out of the streets, and um,
There's also other ways, or other, not just slavery, like not just the U.S. government paying reparations for slavery. There was also the um, the Holocaust and the Japanese internment, right? Um, which also need to be addressed because that didn't happen too long ago either. Like, uh, it was just around when was let me see.
what are you looking for?
Slavery was abolished in not abolished. When was slavery is abolished the right word? Like ended? When is
Ended, abolished.
it the same word?
Yep.
1865. Okay, never mind. It was farther away. Almost 100 years, but yeah. Still, everyone that was, or not everyone, but a lot of the people that were affected by the Holocaust, right? They're not living today, so their descendants would have to have um, the reparations,
Well,
which also could be
I don't,
good for them.
I don't know. I think some people from the Holocaust still live today. Holocaust
Well,
was
yeah, but
World War
like,
II,
it,
right?
it's definitely they're definitely older, and I mean a lot
They,
of them aren't, but yeah.
but I think that the United States should do something to, in a way, repay for the racism, the slavery, the hard times that
Hardships.
Black Americans have had.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's it, right? That's it.
Yep,
We're gonna end the
I think
podcast.
we're good.
All right. Farewell. Toodles.
Toodles,
Toodles.
toodaloo,
Sayonara.
toodaloo.
Adios.
Signing off.
Hooray. Signing off.
Signing, signing off here.
Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Uh,
Feliz Navidad.
yeah. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Later.